Oh,
we had a bag of them
all
all
the way down
years.
to New Year. Yeah, very good.
Oh, no. They're quite the 40s.
It's a new camera.
Yeah, look at that.
Ooh,
Why
hello.
are you doing that?
God, I feel like you can see see my hole in this.
Yeah.
See you have for breakfast. Isn't it?
Very let's together
Oh, yeah.
A bagel.
Let's together sit.
I'm flat
Hang on.
and lighty. We're going to try and stick it warm.
I'm sure we're live already. Although,
Oh, no.
I know.
oops.
Okay, I always sound quite
Legions of
spit out,
fans
but-
are rushing to.
Oi.
Oh, no, someone actually is online.
Oh, yeah? Maybe it's good. Okay.
It's like Kyle Yaz.
I could be yes.
And
Oh.
both of those are great.
Or John and Jess. Coffee John and Jess,
No, if
mate.
it's
I don't
them,
believe
they can
they're real.
get
I've
off.
never
Oh,
I think it might
Rather than them.
oh no. What a way to find out.
Oh, they know, yeah, they left.
What a way to find out the first 3 years. Okay, let's start properly.
on the hair.
Yo, oh shit, sorry.
No, it's all right. We'll all do a yo each.
Yo.
Yo, it's your boy. So yo, Darren, yo, and then me.
Okay.
And then you.
Me. Okay, let's do
Why
it.
not back to me then?
No, because I'm
No,
your
Grant
boy.
says it's your boy.
Okay.
Don't.
Yo.
Yo.
It's your boy,
Hey.
Seafoam Soldier. Back again for season 15.
Yay, Drag Race 23. Woo.
Yeah.
Enthusiastic.
I don't know what else to say really.
I summed it up.
We thought it'd be nice
We
to
are.
do this
So
again.
I can probably move a bit this way. Yeah.
I don't know, guys. This is the opening I'd hoped for. I dreamed of.
Oh, that's
Nice little treat.
Uncut.
Yeah, I feel like we missed doing it, so we thought we'd do it again for this season, right? And season 14 was so good, we thought it'd be fun to do it.
Yeah, it's nice because there were only 13 seasons last year, so
Exactly.
I feel like we missed out.
Well, I still think I've had a little break from Drag Race, haven't I? I haven't watched Canada versus the World, late season in the UK, none of the other ones. I've only watched this year. It's New Year. Nothing this year yet. This is our first Drag Race season
Yeah,
of the
fuck
year.
Drag Race in 2023.
Exactly. So,
I would say you haven't missed much. I liked UK4, but it was fine.
It was fine.
I don't feel like you're missing out by not
Yeah.
watching it.
it wasn't as impactful as season 2, I'm guessing, right now.
Better than season 3, though.
But I think 14 is maybe my favourite Drag Race season 14.
Really?
Joint with All Stars 2 and maybe season 6.
The worst season of Drag Race is better than Dragula.
Oh, shade.
Oh. I think we're going to have any opinions.
Sorry.
Oh, we should introduce ourselves as well, right?
Also, Darren's kind of right.
No, not.
Huh?
Everyone introduce themselves, please.
Chris.
Darren.
And together we're.
Chris.
Dan.
Yay.
Love that journey for you guys.
Who are you?
It's me, it's your boy, Seafoam Soldier. Thanks for asking. So same as always, I've got some notes. But as there's 2 episodes, we'll keep it brief. We won't go for like every minute detail. We'll just talk about the things that we found impactful emotionally and aesthetically.
We're going to go through in order, or are we just going to go straight?
No,
with
in order.
Thoughts?
I'll lead the pack as per. So firstly, what do we think of like the half split opening? It wasn't a full split.
I
it
kind
was a half split.
of see the point, so you get to know some of the queens a bit better.
Wait, sorry, stop speaking a sec.
Oh.
Hello? I don't think Mike's speaking. All right, hold on. Is this mic working?
Oh, no.
Hello? Oh, hello?
No, it is. The thing is
But-
not...
Hello?
No.
No, I don't think it's the right mic.
Is it the laptop?
I mean,
There was a thing on the TV speakers active.
Don't say the laptop's...
How do you change it? They
Oh,
changed your
no, we've got a
interface.
viewer as well.
I'm so sorry, viewer.
Does anyone know BSL?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, you do.
Wait, how do you say stand by? Oh, that's too many words.
Yeah, but the person can't hear. It doesn't mean they're deaf. Why would they automatically understand BSL? We're the one that's mute.
Hello?
Yeah, but it's another form of communicating without language.
Hello? Is it this mic?
I thought
this was the
intelligent one.
I think it's this one.
It's a way of communication without
There are
speaking.
deaf people
Hello?
on YouTube.
Not-
Hello?
Not everyone that's deaf, that's not deaf, doesn't know BSL. Oh, fuck that up.
Hello?
Not
No,
deaf.
I'm
Hello?
Wouldn't that be really convenient?
Is this working? Hello, everyone. Oh, hello.
Doesn't have BSL or subtitles.
Let me me turn the gain up to max. Sorry, this is
The person who's watching, can you indicate whether you can hear us?
hello. Oh, hello. Oh, hello.
Online on my phone and go out and see.
Yeah,
Aaron's
genuinely,
gonna
can
sign
you?
the whole episode.
We can hear you.
Yay!
The royal we.
Richard Gambles, he's new.
Thank you, Richard.
Yay!
Sorry for this mess. Now we know someone's here. We'll put some effort in.
Oh god.
Right.
Also, Richard says we. Does that mean there's more than one?
Ah.
There might be two people.
Yeah, they've probably got they've probably got a listening party for us. Like people have parties for Drag Race.
Hundreds of people.
They've got
A community centre somewhere.
exactly. If I've got cake, send me cake. If you've got cake, send me cake.
Oh.
I did buy. This is not unusual for me. I did buy
Oh.
a birthday cake
It was a royal we.
a few days ago. Oh,
Oh, that's
Richard, no.
Oh.
But I bought,
We're still very excited that Richard's here.
guys, I'm telling the story. I bought a football birthday cake a
Sorry,
few
it's
days
just
ago.
been nice to Richard.
I bought a football birthday cake a few days ago.
It's not your birthday.
I know,
You
but
don't even like
birthday cake.
football.
I like birthday cakes.
And it's
though.
just after Christmas.
I know.
Like, haven't you had enough?
Honestly, fair.
Still playing a little holiday with
He wants to be attacked on the first in the street back. Very hurtful.
Keep talking. Richard's
But,
here. He's new. He might just leave at any point.
Richard, are you new or did you join us in previous seasons? Thank you. He's Team C.
No, it's actually a couch. You forgot to say.
Oh, he's gonna go now.
Why'd you
Right,
drive
move
everyone
quick Drag
away?
Race thing.
Sorry, okay. So yeah, what do you think of the split opening? Like, not, 'cause it's not a normal split opening, they've remixed
Just
it.
want them to just do a normal opening with just all come in and talk. Done.
First time.
Woo!
Quick get up. First time dance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no. There we go.
There we go.
Oh no. This is what I get all the time.
He's never coming back.
Okay.
2 viewers now.
That was you.
Keep dancing. We'll get more.
That's what you have to do, draw
Right,
in.
quick. So how
You loved it.
Hey.
That was for you, Richard. Take that to the bank.
Sweet.
I'll
So,
take
yeah.
a refund.
I don't.
Why am I being attacked on my own pseudo football birthday? Very hurtful. Okay. Right. Any other thoughts on this split opening?
Don't like it. Just do the normal opening. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Does it really make it any more interesting? Like we had to watch 2 challenges, like where they had to be like covered with water. It was fine.
I have to admit,
Right.
I just kept thinking like half the queens got an actual meet and greet with Ariana Grande, and the other half just got
Vivacious. There wasn't even a moment where they were told like, "Oh, you missed Ariana."
Yeah.
It's just like, "Oh yeah."
It's coming out on untucked though.
Yeah, I just don't ever think it really adds a lot to the episode.
Well, bizarrely, it made the first episode significantly worse, but the second episode significantly better.
Well, they
So
clearly
there's
had
more
to.
action
They
in the
had to
second
make it a
episode.
2-episode premiere because you couldn't have put
No, they could have
that
done what they
first
normally
episode
do.
out. And
No,
then
they
wait.
would do what they normally do. They would just do like they already do 2 episodes at once. They've been doing that for years, but they would just do the first queens doing the mini task and the main challenge, and the second queens doing the same thing. But instead, they did like the prelude all in one episode, then the performance all in the second episode. Like I said, it made one episode worse and one episode better. So
Yeah, I'm just
I
like,
don't know. I like the old way. I like last
just do
season
it.
more.
Just do it like old seasons. Just get them all out.
Yeah. Okay. Also, as per we were eating when we first started, so my beginning notes are lacking. But I thought we could talk about first impressions of the first set of queens. Again, like not every single queen, but like if anyone stood out for any reason.
Marsha.
Marsha.
Right.
Who stood out in the Meet the Queens for me as well, and didn't disappoint.
Yeah.
What's her entrance line?
Marsha.
What's
I'm Marsha.
Marsha.
Oh.
I don't know. I can't remember. It was something funny. Who else was good?
Who's the one that said I'm homo?
Oh,
That was Amethyst, but that was the second
Don't
one.
skip ahead,
You're not allowed to talk about them
No.
unless they're...
Exactly.
You can't have an opinion on that yet.
No.
I think.
We just saw it as a 2-hour episode.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
kind of was. It was
yeah.
kind of weird.
Flowed into one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They should
I
have just
agree.
made a 2-hour. I don't know. It was weird.
It was like fine. It wasn't
It was-
the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, get more money for having 2 separate ones.
Okay, my only fault with the first set of queens, like overarching fault, was that like I feel like this season more than ever, they're kind of much of a muchness. Like they all had, most of them had very similar makeup, like similar sorts of looks.
I feel like a lot of
Like-
time that every queen came out, we were like, oh, they're a bit like X. Like,
Yes.
it's very easy to compare a lot of them now to
But
like,
then perhaps that's just because we are now on season 15.
Yes, I agree to
And
an extent.
As social media grows, imitation is more of a thing. Well, imitation, but like it's easier to grab inspiration from past queens.
Season of the Twink.
Yeah, I agree. That's kind of, I guess that's kind of what I'm saying.
Twinks.
Yeah, Season of the Twink with TikTok makeup. Like, I mean, they all had like very similar makeup styles.
Yeah.
And like even personalities to an extent.
Well,
like
what about-
they.
No, I'm jumping ahead.
And it's also week 1, which is hard because you need to give it a few weeks for them to like develop
I'm
personality.
thinking purely compared to previous. Again, like I'm thinking about season 6. All the queens seemed so different. Like I suppose level of jank was one thing as well, but I don't know. Just like it just seemed like the least varied cast
Level of
we've
jank.
had. Yeah. Like,
love it.
but true though, right? Well, like again, like think for actual vivacious or a door coming in, or like, do you know what I mean? Like, we don't have any
it's like
queens
there's less
that.
mess, right?
Yeah.
They're all a bit polished now.
Like our mess now is that Marsha looks too pretty, so she doesn't put enough effort in, kind of thing. But like, do you know what I mean? Compared to like the actual mess we had back in the day,
Yeah.
it's kind of a bit like,
Like contestants that we probably love now, you look back at their entrance looks and you're like, or even runways, and it's like, you wore that. The runways are
Yeah.
kind of basic.
oh yeah, of course, for sure. But yeah. Also, I thought we'd talk about. Oh, hold up. The only other thought I had was that Irene Dubois seemed like pretty standoffish, and to me, I'm guessing insecure because of
I
that.
didn't.
But
Get,
then she
I didn't
said,
get
like-
insecure from Irene Dubois. I think that's
Really?
just fine. That's just her like.
I did initially until I've forgotten her name now, but she was like, why do people think she's being shady? She's just being a
Mistress.
drag
Oh,
queen.
mistress.
Yeah, and after that, it was like, yeah, you're kind of right. Like, she's just being a shady bitch. Like, that's sort of fine.
I don't know. We had talked about it on previous streams, but I feel like to an extent I agree with that. But I also think a lot of that does in previous instances where other queens have been like that. It does kind of come from insecurity. Like again, you can all rib each other like we do, but you don't mainly towards me. No, I'm fine.
Are we
But-
talking about your mum here?
Exactly. Genuinely.
I feel like she goes too far.
But she does go too
She
far.
does. She thinks it's funny, but you don't think it's funny.
Exactly. It's rocking
It's
back and
triggering.
forth in the corner while she's talking to them, making fun of me for ghosts. What was I saying?
Can you
Yeah.
my anime titties?
That's you. Face it the other way, then, please. What was I saying? So I don't know if it was just like I think you can also use that as an excuse, like or a PC girl. Use the excuse like it's just drag queen stuff. But if you're just being a bit mean, maybe you just need to sort some stuff out. That's what I think.
Oh, I like a bit of mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had those 2 kids. They need to be kind of
Sugar and spice, yeah, we get on
thrown
to
around a
them.
bit.
If you're not serving kind, what are you serving?
Exactly. It's my motto. In
You
HR.
do-
Was that right? That we didn't. You served cunt.
Oh, that's what that was.
And so
Mike.
I thought Sasha was immediately fun as well. Like, she's immediately likable.
Yeah.
And, like she's a good time gal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, the consensus is that Sasha shouldn't really be on Drag Race because she's like so above it. So I'd be
So
interested to see how.
professional.
Yeah.
But that's what makes it more interesting though, because
Oh.
she can fall further. So like next episode, the preview for next episode.
It's something
Seems
I'm hoping
like-
for.
Well, next episode,
See
yeah.
the pressure.
I want
Horrible
like an
person.
arc. I want like an arc, you know.
Her little expression was amazing. Like I could, because I
Really
kind
like
of thought
Sasha.
she was a bit above it all and like a bit serious, and then she did that like,
Oh, the
Little
little
face
grin,
thing.
which is like,
and it's like, oh yeah, I like you.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I thought we'd talk because we had quite a few thoughts on Ariana Grande, so I thought we'd have a little chat about our thoughts on her.
I like
I-
her eyelashes.
I think she's the real life Ashley O. I think her real
Mm.
body's in a stretcher somewhere, wriggling
Yeah.
and screaming.
Yeah, I think it's really clever how they recreated her for screen. Like you couldn't see the green screen or like the lasers like projecting.
It was
her
like it
image.
rivals the ABBA hologram. It is that good, and the gays eat it up.
Someone behind a curtain being like, "Oh my god, I'm so happy to be here."
You know what though? I was thinking on that note because that's obviously how she sort of came across the first time. But she literally first thing she did was reference that, be like, "I was just going for a lot then. Like I just got my video shoot. I was like not with it at all. I'm so happy to be here, be fully present." And then like we saw how she was this 2 episodes. I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's you fully present compared to how you were before."
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
She seems very sweet. I've got nothing against her. It's just like a bit robotic.
I don't get a lot of like, like tears or emotions or anything like that.
Do you
I feel like
you wanna
maybe
make-
her mum beat her emotions out
You
of her
wanna
when
see
she
her
was
cry.
like,
exactly you want
when
to
she
make
was
her
like
cry.
when she was in the Disney club. She was like, no.
with high tier celebs like that, I think I need to see a bit more vulnerability. That's
Yeah. Well, everyone listen to Jeanette McCurdy's audiobook that you found out Oddity. She's
God,
very
I
sweet.
think getting money or something for it.
No, you,
cool, yeah.
do you not hear about it? Do you know? She's another Disney star. She's on a show of Ariana and someone. I think Ariana primarily. And she had one of the best-selling books of last year. Called,
Oh yeah,
I'm
something
glad
about her mum being an evil bitch.
I'm glad my
and
mum
she's
died.
glad she died.
Yeah. It's really very good.
And I'm guessing she did the same, which was like, you will be famous go on TV, make me money.
Oh, it's interesting. We're like, I think it's the most candid account we've had of like a child star growing up in the industry with a parent like that. So I wouldn't be surprised. She says in the book like a lot of other, and she doesn't name any other names. Obviously, would be right to do so. But she says a lot of other people had very similar experiences. They just don't talk about it. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
So you just never know.
I get that. I mean,
never know
Brittany was the
people's
same
stories.
also in the Mickey Mouse Club, and you kind of see it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
lots of smiling.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, a weird guest star. You know, there's so many others that I'm like, oh, why isn't Cher on it yet? But she probably won't.
Was she going on it?
Why wouldn't Cher go on it? Cher loves the drag queens. Madonna wouldn't because she hates Rue and Michelle.
Really?
I think so.
Shit.
Like I
I
get
didn't
some
know.
sort of weird thing about Madonna and not liking. I don't know.
didn't know that.
I think that's history there.
Interesting.
First Street.
Yeah, her street.
Did we think? Did we have any thoughts on the second group of queens coming in? Like any initial thoughts?
No.
I'm trying to think of any.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of any particularly rough entrances. But as usual, my mind draws a blank.
Oh yeah, there was absolutely Selena.
Gomez.
Selena Estitties.
Yeah.
Selena Gomez was in it. Which
What was
one?
Selena's entrance?
Like the buff man, like boxers.
Oh no, I didn't hate that, and I feel like it worked very well for her in that first challenge. Are we allowed to talk about that yet?
Yeah.
So-
No, I suppose so, but
No.
no, we can.
Don't go
She
ahead.
looked like a rough biker chick.
I just
I
think
don't
it's
No,
terrible.
I kind of.
I get like the concept. I think the concept was decent, but I just think the execution was poor.
Mm.
She just looked really rough to me,
It
but like
did
not
look-
rough in a good way. Rough like this is terrible.
Yeah, and I thought, I mean, amethysts.
Yeah.
Look, I love amethyst now. I'm kind of a total convert, but we literally all were like, first off,
yeah.
her outfit was pretty rough, and she just had a lot of first off energy. But I have feelings on the talent show, which was
Yeah, we'll get to that.
and now I think she's amazing.
Any thoughts on the first two mini challenges and the picture ones? There's never
No.
really much to say about those, is there?
Well, I feel like the first group got a much more involved challenge than the second.
Yes, yeah, more intense. Way more
Plus, it's
intense.
kind of weird because it's like season 2 of UK, or the UK season has now done that challenge since season 2. Some sort of challenge where they're in a studio and they have something thrown at them. So, like season 2, they did a tennis thing and they had to have like tennis
I
balls.
think that's just from
Last season there was weather.
Yeah.
And then this
Have
season
they not?
there was
Have they
something
not?
else.
Have they not done this picture challenge in the US one since the early days? Have all the picture first challenges been in the UK season?
I
I feel
think
No,
like
it's
well,
like-
like the photography challenges.
Yeah.
Every single season of
yeah,
Drag Race
okay,
US,
that's what I mean. Yeah. Well,
All
what
right.
were you saying about them?
Not every season of
Yeah.
US, though.
This is the first mini challenge for every season's been a picture.
I'm going to do
Taking
a
pictures.
response to this YouTube.
Okay, fair.
Going through
I'll
every
stand by
single
it.
season.
Yeah, do it.
Dan Clegg
There wasn't
breaks
one there.
all.
There was, well, there was. So you're wrong. But that's just how I feel.
I need to
Season
know
13 was where they all literally came in and had to do a fucking lip sync extravaganza, eleganza bullshit.
Yeah, but we didn't talk about that.
Oh! Oh!
That was a blip in the RuPaul universe. The RuPaul universe.
The Rudiverse.
The universe, yeah.
That's actually not better. So I thought another good talking point would be. So what do we think of the social media queen debate? Because I thought
wrong.
they brought some like new points to the discussion. I thought quite interesting. So I want to
I-
hear your guys' thoughts.
I think it allows people to be drag queens. So, like, Sugar and Spice couldn't go to clubs because they were too young. And obviously, it's a form of drag.
And genuinely too annoying. Are they going to get in?
But I think, like, I don't know. Like, but
They made it sound like you shouldn't be a drag queen unless you was on TikTok. Look at all the older queens there who have been there for a long time and
Yeah.
will still be there.
I think you can have a presence, but you don't necessarily have to make it
No.
the be all and end all.
And I think with social media, things kind of boom a lot faster. Things grow exponentially, though. When you're doing it without the help of social media, it takes longer. And perhaps you gain a slightly different set of skills when you have to grow that way, rather than with TikTok and Instagram, where it's very much like
Hi, Richard.
fast fashion.
And you
fast
control
media.
it as well, right?
No.
Fine.
Sometimes the count is wrong. It's
That's
just
fine.
like
Yeah, he's definitely still
There's
there.
actually 10.
there's definitely tens of people watching now,
Oh,
guys.
so you were talking as well.
Richard Gambles has a TikTok account.
But I was going to say, like, I think there's also an element of control with social media. You can choose what to post, whereas drag queens always talk about fucking up and going out on stage and bombing, and like you learn a lot more. So
True, that's true.
I don't think I think you can't just do it on social media forever. And we've seen social media queens before kind of bomb
Mm.
because they kind of don't really know what else to do except be look queens. Was it Ariel Versace was like
I was going to say Ariel
Classic.
Versace is like the biggest example of that.
yeah,
Yeah.
had like nothing really
But
to
then
offer.
Kim Chi, also a social media queen, was one of the best drag queens we've ever seen on the franchise.
Was she just social media initially?
Right? She was like a makeup guru on Instagram, wasn't she?
Was she? I don't
Am I
know.
think
making
so,
that up?
yeah.
I think she was.
Okay. See if Richard agrees.
I wouldn't gambles on it.
Hey! It's coming from you.
Hey! Don't be a dick. We managed to get 3 puns out of that. Really.
All right, game. All right, game.
Oh, I think we're going to have to end the stream.
Oh, we just outed Richard as well. Sorry.
Outed yourself.
His wife, all his family, his wife and kids are watching this.
It's funny, he knows what a twink is.
Okay.
God. Nice week.
Oh,
What's occurring?
oh, Kurt.
Hope everything's all right. Hope your job's going okay. Hope everything's going okay.
Are you at a bus stop this time or are you at home?
You with Roxy Andrews?
Sometimes we're commuting home in the dark.
Should continue
If you are, take care.
Obviously, let us know your thoughts as we
And
progress.
safety.
Yeah. Okay.
Kurt, we're just doing a roundup. Who is your favourite queen and least favourite of the new series?
Is that what we're doing?
If you've watched it. Well, it's just
what we're doing.
involving him.
No, don't answer
It
that.
didn't involve the last one and he left.
We
Skipping
did.
ahead.
Don't be coerced by Dan, Kurt. You're better than that. Okay, so this note I think is pertinent. I wrote this down a thing saying I'm curious to see if the queens that I'm not impressed by changed my mind during talent show, and a couple definitely did. I
Jax.
think it's the same with Jax is one, but Amethyst,
Yeah,
Amethyst mainly. So I
yeah.
was very unimpressed with Amethyst before the talent show.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh god.
God.
Get a
That's a lot.
scooter,
To be fair, it takes me an hour and a half to get in, so I'm not that sympathetic.
but not walking.
Yeah.
I walk at like 40 minutes, I think. Yeah, I do, genuinely.
All right, show off.
Maybe more, maybe 50 minutes as well.
I want a medal for it.
Yeah, someone's looking so skinny recently.
Oh, no. That's not
Thank you. Okay, I thought we should go through all the Queen's talents individually, just quickly.
Yeah, because
no.
we've got so much to get through in terms of the talent. We must just go straight to it.
Not seen it.
they
all died.
We kind of have to spoil it, so sorry, Kurt.
There has to be a death
Yeah.
on Drag Race at some point.
I did.
Like a death on Drag Race.
There have been like
Why?
not deaths on the show.
I don't know, just it'll
They
spice it up.
would cancel the
Spice it
season.
up.
I'd be like,
They would probably just be
like a little midway season
Did
firing
you,
squad.
did you just say it would spice it up for a reason? Is spice going?
Jesus.
You're killing off spice.
Why you guys- And do you think
It
Really?
would-
Sugar
might
low.
sweeten it all a little bit more.
Yeah, it would.
And do you think Rue would literally like the next week be like, my queens, one of you has died.
Russian roulette. Anyway.
Right, okay, so on to the talent show. Go for the Queens one by one and say what we think.
I'm going to replay that later. Can I go?
The first Queen.
I hated it. It's everything that's wrong with Drag Race, and it's literally going to stop. Go on,
Well, first
say the
of all,
name.
Malaysia.
So what? Yeah, there we go.
My thoughts are, I thought like the track was alright and the vocals were pretty decent, but I was thinking as I wrote it down, the lyrics were everything Dan hates. The lyrics were literally like, "I'm gonna snatch your crown."
I fucking
cat,
hate
cat,
it.
cow.
A fucking lip sync
Oh,
about
cool.
what?
Oh, that's a great one.
What's going on?
That was Chris's joke.
Oh my god, it was. Everyone was like flooding on.
If I could remember, I'd do it again.
Go on.
But yeah, if I want Rue to make, oh yeah, no, don't do it again. We'll keep the 5. I just think they should ban letting, because if we get the girl band challenge in the next few weeks, we're going to have 5 or 6 fucking queens doing a verse about this is my drag name, kitty cat cow. Da 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 da. But it's just really fucking annoying.
To be fair, I
It's
like
boring.
that. If you just release that, we'd buy it.
My name's Dan Clegg, and I'm here to make it clear. Kitty cat cow, snatch the crown every fucking time.
You are,
I hate it.
but you are. It's
Oh.
true. Where's the lie?
Exactly, but I don't need to tell everyone. I'm just.
I wish
it's
you
not.
did say more.
I just think, like, one, the talent show should be for more than that standard shit. But also, like, there's no reward for, like, not doing it. So basically, if you want to just get through, you just write a song about yourself.
Are you hinting at
Like-
Lucy, who actually sang
that did
We'll go
something
through one
remotely
by one.
risky.
I have opinions about.
I agree. It does take some skill. It depends how evolved the person was. Like if you're up with the melody, your own lyrics, like
But
working
it's-
with producers.
They're drag queens, though. That's what they
And-
do. Like you then just say, "Oh, that's my talent. I'm just going to bang
No,
out
not
some fucking
necessarily.
song."
Not necessarily. And planning like a routine, creating some specifically to form a routine to. Like there's quite a lot of potential creativity and talent that could go into that.
It's
But
boring.
They miss the mark every time.
It's
though.
boring
A lot of the
TV.
time I do, but sometimes I don't. Like Alyssa Edwards was good on her All Stars. Like I actually really
I
liked.
think it's more
the
as
first
we
episode.
get through the season to the later seasons.
Cornbread
because
last
it's
season.
oversaturated.
I really liked her original song. I thought her original was really fun. I think it depends on the way you do it. And again, you can look at Anitra, even if you don't include like the karate stuff. I got there in a minute. Like the actual original song was fun.
I don't mind it if they add some more stuff to it. Anitra is clearly elevating what that is.
But even if it
But there were
hadn't, that's what
3
I
or
mean.
4 of the queens. It was like,
Like that. What I'm
oh,
saying
it's
to
just
you,
so boring.
I agree. What I'm saying to you is, if Nietzsche didn't have all that stuff, I think her original song still would have been fun enough by itself to be good.
But it would have been then another one of like 6 queens who just did a
It's
song,
probably more than 6.
a pre-recorded lip sync. It's just not particularly interesting at this point. Like we're on season 15. I kind of just want to see something else. And like the kitty cat cow thing is kind of so parodied. Like we've had like 3 or 4 years of that being like done. And then there are queens that are still doing it.
Yeah.
So if we do get
disagree.
Girl Band Challenge, we're going to get it all again.
But I think my only thing is like I think I'm open when because most of them do start with a pre-recorded lip sync. I'm not necessarily as soon as I
5
see
people
it.
left. Dan is
Wow.
off on one. Even Kurt was like, "I'm out." Sorry.
But
So I
even
know you hate it when I keep referencing the guests.
no, it's fine. What am I saying though? My point is like when a free thingy lip sync starts, like I'm not like immediately like, oh, this is going to be shit because again, there could be something to do with it. A lot of the time, there's not. A lot of the time, it is a boring like kitty cat cow or whatever. But you know,
Like that one was boring as fuck. She did nothing. She barely moved. She sat on a crown and had a crown put on her head. Or sat on a throne.
sat on a
sorry.
crown.
She sat on a throne and someone
That
put a
would be
crown on
fun.
her, and that was the end. And she got through. Like that was safe. Like Rue should have been on that, being like that was boring and subpar. And yet other queens come on and
But it was-
all right,
it was-
fail
yeah,
trying
I
something
agree.
a bit different, and it's like I don't know. It happens every series.
I
They
don't
get
know.
rid of a quirky person in the first episode.
I mean, I would obviously quirk it out as the sort of gal I am,
you
but
are such a
I
quirky
think
girl.
thank you. Thanks for noticing. But I think logically though, like if I wanted just want some more airtime longer in the season, I probably would just go for like a lip sync song that I thought would be safe-ish because again, like, you can get safe quite easily by doing that instead of taking a big risk like live singing because you're potentially fucking yourself by doing that and making like get yourself off on episode 1. So
But why aren't the judges at least fair to say, you know what, it wasn't great, but like it's so like I'm so like honoured how brave you are to come and try that. And like the judges were so
they're not exactly
mean to
encouraging original talent because when someone wants to do something that isn't a lip sync,
Yeah.
they rip them to shit. It's like a lip sync, everyone does it. You should be more scrutinizing on those.
Right.
You should be more scrutinizing on things that people don't do that often.
like Rue was tittering for some reason all the way through Spice's bit, which was fine.
good segue.
And then like, oh, we're just going to refuse to laugh at anything that Irene does. It wasn't good, but they were purposefully sitting there not laughing.
Was
And we
that- I
know that
wonder
this
if
show is shady editing.
Yeah,
like
I was gonna
they
say
could
that,
all have
yeah.
laughed, and we'd have been like, "Oh, it's funny now
To be
because the
fair-
judges are laughing."
To be fair, that moment I did like clap before it was over. That was very funny. When she went to clap and then it's like, well, no, it's still going.
But I feel like it could have been done. Like it was a bit unfair. Like with the nails, that could have at least a smile. They were
That was like-
just being they were just
I
being
bet,
dicks
I bet
about
they
it.
did. I think they just edited it to make it look worse. I don't think they were really that silent.
That's kind of my main issue with it, I think was that I was skipping to hers, but the main issue with that was the nail bits. I think that was obviously like that was kind of propositioned as a punchline bit. It just wasn't funny. Whereas like the rest of it was like awkward humor, where it's supposed to be awkward, and like it's supposed to be humor in that awkwardness. Whereas that was at one point which is like, oh look, this is the funny bit. And I think it's actually, I think ironically, like that bit was at least like the most cringy bit of the whole thing for me.
Yeah, but then they just don't say anything to someone who does a fucking boring lip sync. They just get safe and sent off. I'm like, if I was a contestant, I would just be like, all right, I'll just do a lip sync because I know
That's what I'm saying. I think
And there's 16 queens, so who gives a shit if I don't win?
exactly what I'm saying. If you want to like crack performer or whatever, it'd actually be most sensible to just do a lip sync.
I know, and that's the problem, right?
Potentially.
And it happens
yeah.
in every series that the first one off is invariably someone a bit quirky and a bit different. Like if you go through all the series, that first one off is always someone a bit interesting. And they never last because
Justice for Magnolia Crawford.
exactly. I mean, I feel like the drag we've missed
Exactly.
because of Magnolia Crawford going off first,
Exactly.
or Kelly Mantle,
Exactly.
James Mansfield.
He's actually good.
I know.
Yeah, I agree with that.
They really like Dahlia Sin. They're like fun queens that had quirks.
I
to
like
them
Dahlia Sin. Yeah.
That just were screwed over because they weren't like. I don't know. It's really frustrating when you see judges not reward that kind of behavior. They just reward standard bullshit. Exactly, pork chop. Like interesting.
I see this.
And there were loads of really dull queens on season 1.
So on that note, so segue then. So what do you think of Spices?
I liked it. It just annoyed me that Rue kept fucking laughing all the way through it. It wasn't
Did
that
you?
funny.
I didn't understand most of it. It was too fast for me.
Yeah.
Do you understand what she's saying?
No.
So why do you think it was funny then and good?
No, I didn't think it was. I thought it was but a bit more like had a bit more life to it, had energy to it.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like I wanted them to be better than they were. They were hyped up a lot in the running up to the season opening, but it just felt a little bit lacking.
Yeah,
Like I think in the last couple of years, queens have tried to do that aesthetic.
Is that Jess of John and Jess?
do you have something you want to say?
Is that
I love
vegan?
Jess.
Every guy shake up.
She's my Jess friend.
That's not what you said at the beginning of the stream.
Oh!
I'm outing you. I'm outing you. Did you spill your drink?
It was empty.
Yeah.
Yes.
What was I saying? So I think, as I said beforehand, I was curious to see like if Queens would surprise me with their performances, and Sugar and Spice absolutely did not. Like their performance exactly what I thought they would be. Yeah, exactly. But like,
they did the same thing. They both did a rap kind of thing with a twitchy little head. One got out of a bed, one got out of a coffin.
Yeah.
They both had like waking up kind of entrances. But the vibe I got from it was, there was that run of these kids on YouTube whose parents were obviously very wealthy and paid for them to have music videos made. I got
like Rebecca Black.
Rebecca Black and Ashley Tisdale's wearing my jeans. I forget her name, but that's
the Chinese shop one, Chinese shop one. Yeah, that one as well. Did Rebecca Black girl? By the same fashion company.
These actually knew.
That is so
These are new ones.
These
Link got me these for Christmas.
Oh, she bought your replacement.
Yes, she did. I didn't throw the ones out. There'll still be up on as well.
they got replaced them.
Next stream we'll all wear them. I'll have a leg each.
But yeah, I got vibes of those kids' music videos from Sugar and Spice.
Yeah, I got that as
Hopefully
well.
have that, yeah.
I totally got that.
I thought they were fine. I thought they would get through. They had like quite a nice energy to it. But yeah, I couldn't really understand what they were saying because it was like.
Yeah.
Also, can we talk about? I thought we glanced over this, but that choice of was it Spice to wear a fucking hairnet for the
bathing
challenge?
I did have a
Shower
note
cap.
on that.
He's worried about her hair.
Yeah, why would she do that?
Which has been quirky and different, but like, you know what? Fuck the wig. I'm gonna wear a hat. And Rue's like, wow, you are doing that.
And ultimately, it didn't make a difference, did it? Rue didn't seem to give a shit once they'd spoken about it.
Yeah, I agree with Kurt as well.
Yeah.
Also, I've changed the streams now, so people who rewatch streams can now see the comments. I think it's like a new feature.
That's fun.
So at least like
our comments won't look so weird.
Exactly.
Oh.
So if you don't necessarily read it, just like reply to them. I think theoretically. I have anything I was going to say.
I should cross my legs this way as well to join you.
I should go say, yeah.
Oh.
We're professional gals.
It's like Corey, I do it the other way.
Oh
Oh my god!
Was that the boob cut?
Oh, we've had mugs and then we've got.
She's fine.
Oh, she's fun. The other thing to say, Sugar and Spice, is that they're like an echo chamber. I think because like I feel like I think the numbers are wrong. Jess wouldn't leave us. Jess, you left us. Come back.
Jess would never.
She would never. I think Rich is still there as well. He's got shy. He's gotten shy.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I feel like if Sugar and Spice showed their songs to other people, they'd be like, you may want to like breathe at some point during your song.
Right.
But I think because they're like an echo chamber of themselves, and maybe their parents, other sorts of parents, are talking about. I feel like they're just again, like you saw Sugar like or Spice singing along to each other's songs and doing all the things or whatever. It's like I feel like you're the only two who can understand what you're saying.
I reckon episode 4, Michelle's going to say something like, "You're great, but you need to like give yourself room to perform. Like really, really hard to understand. You need to enunciate." There'll be a few more episodes where they'll put up with it, and then they'll say something.
I think the artistic experience. I think obviously they're a great gimmick, but I think that's the main reason they've gotten on. I mean, they're very polished in some ways, like the looks and that. If they have enough time in terms of actual like drag artistry, like being able to get ready and being able to perform like without, with whatever, all the stuff we said basically.
Would be interesting to see what they do outside of things that they're allowed to plan. So when it's just like do improv or make an outfit or do snatch.
Do you think they'll be able to do improv?
Oh, that's quite interesting. Kurt was just saying like they've done the video like the song so they can like go into each other. So like they've released a video with both the songs on. Like, I'd be interested to see that. I'm not against that idea.
Right.
I think I do think they are, because I saw them on TikTok and stuff. After Meet the Queens, or not on TikTok, Instagram, whatever. Like, they are fun in short bursts for sure. They're very
It's very
polished.
one-trick pony though.
Yeah.
Because I find that a lot of queens and any kind of content creators on TikTok tend to ride on the same gimmick for their entire platform.
It seems to be. I haven't watched them extensively.
Yeah,
It seems to
because
be
they
like
get an audience for that thing.
we're one thing, there's a transition, we're another thing kind of vibe.
But then Trixie Mattel, just saying.
She was on
I love her,
TikTok.
but she's got a thing that she does.
Looks, you mean?
Well, yeah, looks and kind of humor. Like, there's just a brand. Like,
Yeah, but
Bianca
that-
Del Rio
But
has
the
a
thing
thing.
is, things like that don't get tired because it's not exactly the same every time. It's not the same jokes exactly. She's just a very witty queen, and she can work any subject that she talks about.
Yeah.
I think that is something as I've got a really.
Yeah, shit, picture material.
This is good. I agree. This is sorry. This is
in my
back.
cupboard tonight.
This is backtracking a little bit, but like it did annoy me when they asked about each other's entrances and Sugar and Spice talking about their entrance like it was the best thing since sliced bread kind of thing. Like
Oh,
never-
like when
we never
walked
guess
in-
what we did next. Yeah, exactly. I said that's my line, and the crowd went wild. Is that kind of
Well, they were 21, bless them, but it's like
I think
yeah.
they're like
Oh,
too
they
much.
are pretty young. Yeah, I forget that they're kids.
They're sort of too much in their own world, aren't they? I mean, it's good for they're very confident as a result, which is nice. But like, I think they're a bit disconnected from reality, aren't they?
And especially because there's two of them, like they probably like wind each other
Is
up.
it like an echo chamber?
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Lux.
My name on grind.
Oh,
That's true.
that's what you said. Which one was Lux?
Like London somewhere.
Oh, Lux
so
from London,
boring.
so
It was so
boring.
boring. That was maybe even worse than the first one.
Yeah. I
She
don't remember
just
anything
did some
about it.
really standard drag queen dance.
They're old. This is the youngest in the room.
Oh,
Oh God, yeah.
oh, shut up, Cat.
Mistress. Oh, okay, I've got thoughts on this.
What did she do? Oh, it was fine. It was another one, but she did some fun dance moves.
Oh,
But it was still a bit like, oh, I'm big, so that makes this less than
that's
average.
my whole thing. Like literally, one of my biggest gripes. You watch previous streams. Is like big girls being a big girl their entire thing.
Yeah.
Literally, her song was the chorus was "I'm a
Sky?
big girl, I'm a big girl."
I
That was a
feel-
really Deja Sky's thing.
And if she wasn't big, that would have been very, very standard doll performance.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So, do I care? Like, there's been loads of big girls on the show.
That's
It's
what I'm
kind of
saying.
not even a thing anymore.
That's what I'm saying. And
And
also,
Eureka's nearly won.
I think the bar, as I was about to say, I think the bar's been raised significantly for big girls like Eureka kind of thing. Again, she didn't really make being big like her entire thing. She was just a great drag queen, So I don't know. Like I'm unimpressed. I was unimpressed.
Yeah.
Actively unimpressed.
But I don't dislike her. I think Mistress could be quite fun to watch in a messy way.
Just
Oh,
don't,
yeah, I
just don't
agree.
make it.
Out of drag, she's like fun to watch for sure.
Just don't make it your thing.
Be all because you
I know.
You don't.
I know. This is Kurt's thing. We don't encourage it. Okay, next one, Lucy. Oh, we talked about it already. Anything else you wanted to add?
Yeah, I just think it's unfair. Like,
Yeah,
maybe she shouldn't have sung live, but she fucking did.
No,
and
she
no one
did.
else did.
I think she should have done it. Even if you are a little pitchy, kudos goes to you for actually doing something a bit different, and it's still a talent. She can sing better than I can sing.
Why did none of the judges just say that? Even if
'Cause,
just to say like it wasn't good, but you tried and we appreciate.
I agree. They were particularly mean, but I think the issue wasn't so much even the pitchiness. I think it was. Get involved, girl.
I'm quite hungry.
I think the issue was like the energy of the performance. Like it was like she tried to do too much. Like she tried to do all this dancing stuff, and it's all just very lackluster. I think just the whole performance was just quite awkward. Like,
Yeah,
I think that was more the issue. I think she'd been pitchy, but like it seemed like she was confident with it.
yeah. I mean,
You know?
it wasn't good and it wasn't that entertaining, but it's just not fair.
Yeah. Okay. The only thing I was going to say, similar to previous seasons, I'm looking at this now because of previous seasons. I did think the audio mixing was pretty bad as well. I think they increased their vocals too much. Like there wasn't very fair the audio mixing. I think the vocals are way louder.
It's
than
almost
the
like they
music.
tried to make it sound
Yeah,
worse.
they
on purpose.
amplified the pitchiness of it by
Yeah.
doing that.
Got to snap my boyfriend.
I think it was like Snapchat, right?
Oh right,
Oh.
that's right. That's right.
Nice.
That's a sexual thing.
Go off, sis.
Who believes young Jesus? No,
Okay, Marsha.
Oh, really good. Like amazing.
my favorite.
Like not too much like the Willow Pill quirkiness thing. Like her own thing. It was great.
Yeah, loved it.
I could see that she was going to be good from the sidelines watching the others because I saw her like her braces and her like dorky makeup. I was like, oh, this
Yeah,
is gonna be
same. Yeah, I was
good.
looking forward to it.
And she was like that close to winning.
I wonder if they'd be like a Whittle Pill, who I didn't get at the very beginning, but then I got towards you get their story. And
I think
figure
maybe
out what's
Amethyst
going
might be that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with you. I think. So, yeah.
Robin? Oh, I forgot to say earlier, Robin's entrance look was pretty awesome. Yeah, I Robin's entrance look, I thought Robin's was the best. She was the one.
The yellow spiky thing, was that Robin?
No. That was Anitra.
Yeah.
Robin just looked beautiful, kind of RuPaul-esque. I thought very polished.
Oh, what
She's
the one
one
the
so you
beige,
can't-
the beige leather jumpsuit.
I think so.
I wasn't a fan of that.
Really?
And she came out and did a bit of dance and threw herself about a bit.
And
no, I thought it was shit.
Anitra, also known as Angeria.
No, not Robin's performance. I was saying her entrance.
I don't remember it.
Oh, that was very good.
I thought her performance was really, really.
I don't remember her
sad.
performance. I don't remember her performance.
It was a drag queen show on a talent show, Drag Race. It's that, well, you could kind of see it was good, but you could see that in any club in America on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
Like she just threw herself about on the stage a bit.
Mm-hmm. Irene?
Awkward, but as we said, at least it was different, even it was shit.
Anitra?
Was that
The duck, that was good.
Yeah, I sighed at first because I thought it was going to be another kitty cat cow, but actually,
That's what I'm saying. That's why you can't, it's a reserved judgment.
I will do what I like.
No, you absolutely will not. Yeah, I think it's so. Did you think? Our question is: do you think it was better than Marsha's?
No.
Yes.
Do you?
No.
I think it was at par with because the
it's
karate
one
and
of
all
the
that on
best.
top.
I don't know.
And in
But
terms
then-
of like memes, I've not seen that many spoilers, but I've heard loads of people talking about the duck thing.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Anitra's was more original, but I do think Marsha, I think Marsha was perfectly executed, and comedy was 10 out of 10. But also she had loads of real talent, and the ballet was extremely impressive with Marsha. And but Anitra also has very talented with the karate and very funny. I think they're on a kind of level playing field for me, to be honest.
I think just as I know I've said this a few times, but as we are on season 15, I think I need to see something that is wildly different to kind of keep my attention. If something is still going to be a lip sync or a catwalk, it just needs something else before I'm like,
Had karate in it.
Yeah,
the
Or
karate was good.
Was there something else? There was jujitsu, and then there was
the duck thing.
the duck thing,
Like a lot of
and-
voguing in jiu-jitsu,
and then
basically.
and
Which
then,
is fun combo.
and then yeah, it was lip syncing as well. I thought
It was very funny. I really liked it. I really enjoyed that one. We skipped Sheer. We talked about them already. Princess.
Princess. There must be one.
I know. I put original.
Oh no, Princess Poppy.
Yeah, Princess Poppy.
what did she do?
I put original.
What
Pretty
did she
good, but
do?
could be better. What was that one? What did she do?
Oh shit! I have no idea.
I don't remember.
Oh my god!
Oh
What
well.
was it?
Okay, Selena. If I remember, we'll come back to it.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's boring. It was that off the lights thing, and it was
Yeah, no.
bloody shit.
Yeah.
Again, the outfit was rough AF.
Yeah.
I thought.
Oh, that weird nude
Hated
illusion
it,
thing.
bodysuit,
This was
yeah.
not
Yeah.
illusion. Yeah.
No
terrible.
illusion. It's strange because we really liked her in Meet the Queens. It's one of the best ones, but
Mhm.
I
Love
didn't
the
get much
name.
from her this week.
No.
Selena.
Yeah.
I think she's probably got the best name as well.
And
And
the fucking princess.
okay, this is like the proper talking point. Do you remember?
No.
I thought you remembered about Princess.
Oh no,
Leia.
no, no.
Amethyst.
It was
I
really good. We all really liked
I
it.
massively disagree with their critiques. I thought they were going to be like, that was amazing. The gag was so funny.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you should have held it back a bit. It worked really well. I don't think she needed
And
to
they
do
didn't even
anything
like the
different.
character. I'm like, the character was the funny thing, like the woman with the wine, and like
She
it
actually.
wanted to be like a Beverly Hills woman.
And this whole thing about flat shoes, I feel like when used sparingly enough, it is allowed. I feel like when they immediately say, no,
Yeah.
you have to have a heel, I don't think that's...
She's just a character. That character wouldn't have worn high heels.
No,
No.
I don't get it. It was like forced.
It's proper
forced
like
commentary.
yuppie mummy drag, and I was there for it. I
Yeah.
thought it was quite good.
I actually enjoyed hers the most. I enjoyed hers more than again. I thought like Marsha and Anitra were great, like very very good. But I actually laughed all the way through
Yeah.
hers. I thought hers. I just really enjoyed hers. I thought it was really clever.
It was very
So you
slapstick.
think of all the people that got through safe. I'm like, what are you doing? It's just stupid.
I agree. Yeah, it's crazy. She was in the bottom. Crazy. And again, like this is especially as I didn't really like her before that as well. So like she did a complete 180 for me when her performance.
Yeah.
Aura. Did I like? Do you remember her?
K-pop.
She's like the sort of K-poppy, like quite aggressive.
Oh, I didn't like
I
it.
like that.
I quite liked it as well. To
I
be
don't
honest.
watching
I
it.
don't-
I
It was
can't
quite
remember
different.
alright.
It was just very boring. It was like the Red Heart set. It was
She didn't do anything particularly impressive, but at least it was like a different vibe to the others.
But I've got to say this: every time they say a name, I think of Rita Ora, and that's always a bad thing.
Is she the one in the sky?
It just makes me think of Rita Ora.
Is she the one in the
She's that
sky?
amazing CGI woman.
Oh my god, is that Rita
I'm
Ora?
not sure. It's hard to tell from all the polygons.
I think it was her.
Oh my god, it was.
Sasha.
Really watch it. I know that everyone said it was amazing.
You went home during that bit.
I was probably doing something. I don't know. It was fine. I feel like they were
Sasha,
really like
who's the
slathering on the
princess?
brace.
Oh,
for
Sasha
it.
Colby.
She's the one who had like the straight jacket and then like the 3 bits of hair.
It was alright. I was the makeup part of the whole thing that she's crazy, but
Oh,
it looked like
she-
she'd like whammed her face in a bucket of white powder and just left it like that. It looked very odd. The makeup.
Did she do notice her do that? Oh, the actual makeup. I thought she did on stage.
The makeup was a bit off.
I always say no.
But it might have been part of the looks. I don't know.
Can I just say the horror of having a sentence with Rita Ora and Pixie Lot in one? Ugh,
Don't
Pixie
come for Pixie.
Lot. I know
I like
Pixie
Pixie.
Lot.
no one likes Pixie
I
Lot.
like Pixie. Not as opposed to like her songs.
What was her song again?
I didn't like Mama Did. That was her big song. I liked her other songs.
Oh yeah,
Chris, how
Mm.
much do you like Pixie Lot?
a little, but not a lot.
Hey, there we go.
How you
Sorry.
spelling that?
LOFT.
Okay, thank you for clarifying. Yeah, I like Sasha. I thought very odd, but that was fun. Odd
was fine.
Good. I liked it. Jax.
Didn't like at the beginning, but liked their runway outfit.
Don't skip to runway.
What was Jax again?
She did the flips and then the skipping hair.
Oh yeah, that
It
was
was
fun.
good.
I like that. I thought it was very good.
Yeah, same. I don't think it should be in the top. We saw impressive skip roping last season.
And we've seen people do backflips.
Yeah, so I mean, but it
Oh,
wasn't.
but that triple backflip
It was very impressive.
pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean that was insane. She
Very
did it very tidily as well.
impressive
Yeah.
athleticism there on show. I thought she should have done more with the hair. Though. For example, when she did backflip, she had like backflip over the hair.
Mm.
That was super
She
cool. could have done
started. She
that.
started when she was just unhooking her pigtails. I thought she was doing something else. So I was gearing myself up for
Yeah,
another, like,
same,
pigtail
same.
gag, and then just threw them on the floor. Like, okay, we're done with that now.
Yeah. So I don't think. Oh yeah. So runways. Anything else to say about talent show?
Was that it? Was that the end of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I just think the producers need to be a bit more like, no.
I agree. I agree.
Like and just ban any fucking pre-recorded lip sync bullshit.
I don't agree with that. I think it can be
Ban
done
it.
right.
Ban it.
No.
Or ban it so that unless they get over a threshold where they're like, all right, you've added enough interesting stuff for that to be allowed.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
I like how most people are bald and one not. One in black
Oh,
socks
yeah.
and 3 in white.
Oh yeah.
And 3 in blue
You're the
jeans.
what's it the Oja Negra? Was it the black sheep?
Oh,
racist.
Chris, it's 2023.
No,
You can't just ask someone why they're the black sheep.
Please
Oh
don't
my
cancel
God.
me.
I'm just going to crop out this bit.
He's been
Yeah.
cancelled before he got
Should we
started.
dox him? Should we dox him?
Dogs. Crystal
Dox him.
Palace.
Dox him. Exactly. Honestly. So I wanted to say before we go into runways, that I thought it was very. I think this is the first season, as long as I can remember, doesn't have a new runway song or a new ending song.
Oh, it had the UK song.
Yeah.
No, Catwalk from season 13.
The
And then the other one was Can You Feel the Love?
Yeah,
Which is
UK.
weird. I'm
Yeah,
like,
true,
that's
true,
UK.
true. It's because normally they use the
Cancel
runway
the
song
bottom.
to push.
Excuse me.
I'm not.
Why is it everyone has this view of Chris? It's very unfair.
I'm versed. Just
I
for the one person watching, I'm versed.
Cancel the third one.
Stop
There you
trying-
go.
stop
Cancel the
trying-
third one.
Stop trying to switch the cut.
Yeah, Chris.
First racist and then
Sorry, it's a lot of
Oh,
rustling.
oh yeah, from Germany.
Rustling from Jeff.
That was
Oh, you got
joking.
nothing. Right? They got secret centre.
Have we all figured that out? Oh, no,
Snack
no,
break.
super
I wonder why no one watches.
We need sustenance.
So yeah, any other? So if you probably go, I think we should say our thoughts on a couple of like any runways that stood out to us instead of going through every single one, right? Oh no,
Not many of them.
Well, the first one stood out to us. Literally Naomi John's look from the Binding video.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, I was going to bring that up.
Do you have your phone up? Do you have your phone?
Yeah.
Shut the camera.
I mean, that's got to be like a thing, right?
I think it has to be. It's virtually exactly the same. First off, shout out to Naomi John.
Woo! Naomi John. She's
Naomi
definitely
John.
watch this.
She's a big fan of the streams.
We are broccolis.
Naomi,
Yeah, we are broccoli.
from your
Yeah.
favourite little gay broccoli, didn't Irene just copy this look?
Haven't you got the tweet
Yeah.
with both of them side by
Yeah.
side?
There is a tweet. I'm tweeting about it.
Apparently, we're a bit
It's
blurry.
literally the same look.
It's exactly the
It
same.
is, honestly. But to be fair,
Which is great that Naomi's influencing like drag queens.
as I was going to say, to be fair, like maybe like Irene immediately. I'm like, if she if she knows Naomi John,
Yeah.
I love her.
To be fair, that's true, but I kind of felt like maybe credit it a little bit.
Maybe what? Sorry.
Credit
Edit
it a little bit.
Credit. Yeah, I agree.
Like
She
I'm
probably
giving
wouldn't be
you
allowed to.
Naomi John realness.
Yeah.
I could have said something if you want.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Like, oh, there must be a pun in that. I'm giving you the full Naomi John extravaganza eleganza.
It wasn't much of a pun, was it?
It was an attempt. Better than anything you three did.
That pun was a bit Naomi long.
Look, it's your first time in the strip. Can you pipe the fuck down?
Was it?
So,
Was
Fine.
Exactly.
Oh wait, that's even worse.
That's really
It's
Okay.
you happy now?
Such a manly stance.
Well, he's tickling my bum.
So okay, I don't think there's anyone that like massively stood out to me
I literally don't remember any of the looks. Was I watching?
apart from Naomi John. I don't think you watched the first. You didn't watch the
Marsha's look. So I'm worried. I have something to say about Marsha. I'm worried she's going to do a bit of a Dakota Schiffer, where she kind of looks great but plays a little bit too safe in the runways, and she kind of did that today. Like she looked amazing, but it's a safe look with very minimal.
safe-ish, but I
Makeup.
still liked it. I think I liked her reference. She's like, "I'm Ariana Grande mixed with whoever else it was mixed with, Audrey Hepburn or who else." I'm like, I get that immediately, and like if that was her aim, she accomplished that well. And it's cool that it was in front of Ariana Grande as well. So I thought like, all of that together made it cool to
But
me.
it was kind of also her entrance look as well.
Mm,
It was
Yeah,
basically
kind of
two looks the same.
It's the same.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Like Dakota was amazing, and I think she should have been in the final. But in terms of playing the game,
We just know what the judges are like.
yeah, which is awful because you shouldn't play to the judges, but it's a
Yeah.
competition, and if you want to win it, you have to kind of play to that a little bit. So maybe fuck it, just lip sync then. Don't have
Also,
an original talent.
Without coming from Malaysia, but I'm going to come from Malaysia because I thought she was really dull. But her look was just so like Kennedy Davenport from season 7.
ish. But to be fair, compared to her other looks, which are all terrible, like this was, I think she stepped up her
it's
runway look
boring.
significantly.
We've seen it so much.
So many of the
times
looks were
before.
boring.
So
Yeah.
pretty.
I agree.
Yeah.
So yeah, any other thoughts on the runway?
I wanted more. I don't know. I think this is it's weird. It's a weird episode. There's so many queens. It's kind of hard to take account of all of them at this point.
Yeah, I agree. So my only post runway thought really is that I felt like don't cry on episode 1. Like,
Don't try an episode 1.
don't do an episode 1. I'll save it for at least
I kind
episode
of felt
2.
bad
She
for
did
her.
go home.
I
know she didn't.
She didn't go home.
No.
It wasn't in the bottom 2. I kind of felt that her cry was valid. She's probably thought like I really tried to be different and showcase something a bit more original. And holy fuck, they tore me down for it. And
And
being
also-
told you're a bad singer about Ariana Grande must
Yeah.
in your life.
But she didn't say you're a bad singer. She said I wish it was a bit more perfect, which is a very nice way to say.
You're a bad singer,
Yeah.
which is horrible.
It's also episode 1, so like to be sent home at the beginning of it must be just so gutting.
Yeah.
If you get cast for it and you're there and then you're off,
Hmm.
that must just at least if you're week 2, it's never the same.
But also,
Yeah.
they probably tried to create controversy by voting off someone who could be and is better than others.
I was-
They just want controversy.
I was
Yeah.
kind of sad that Irene went.
I actually thought she'd better in lip sync as well, personally. I thought she'd
I
maybe it
thought,
was an Amy John vibe, but yeah.
I prefer Amethyst.
yeah, me too. I prefer it.
That's all.
Kurt's wondering if you're alive.
I was gonna say. Thanks, Kurt. I appreciate it.
No, we've
Um,
been having a year off. But it
Yeah, we
wasn't
had some time off because
We had a massive falling out.
Actually,
basically.
it's only 6 months because we streamed most of Series 14.
did we? I don't remember.
Yeah.
I think it probably wasn't consistent though.
I
Was
probably
it?
missed the end because I went to LA.
Where-
Remember I
where-
went to LA.
where'd
I
you
went to
go?
LA.
I went to LA.
Oh, yeah, I went to
I
LA as
saw that
well.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were in LA.
We both went to LA.
I went to LA and I saw most of the queens.
He did, to be fair.
Yeah.
That's the point. Any bonus goss from DragCon?
We love Blue Hydrangea. She is lovely.
Oh, DragCon. More like in the street, like when we watched Angeria
Oh, true.
host All Stars in Mickey's bar, and she just got pissed and barely did any work.
And he
which was joyous.
hung out with Morgan McMichaels, right?
Morgan McMichaels was really nice and like actually chatted to me and made sure that I was all right and was like, "Oh, you're living locally," and da 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 da. And I had to ask someone who she was. They're like, "It's Morgan."
Also, a pretty saucy little tidbit. I don't know if you guys mind me sharing, but Chris made a real, I'd say, sexual connection with the pit crew out there.
Chris had a lovely, very intimate selfie done with the pit crew. They really liked it.
One of the three looked very awkward.
Can I tell the story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in DragCon, you have all the booths, and the pit crew had a booth, and it was the
Well, it wasn't even a booth. They were sort of stood in a gangway. Just
Well, this is what I mean. They were stood in their booth or behind the sign that said pit crew. And I was like, "Oh, can I grab a picture with you guys?" It was the ginger one and the and Bruno from this episode.
Bryce and Bruno, right?
Bryce and Bruno. And rather, they didn't say anything, just stared and went. So I was like, before I knew it, my body was already walking towards them, and I kind of just backed myself in between the two of them, and maybe had the most awkward photograph with absolutely no like physical contact between the three of us, just me in the middle, like.
I have an identical picture, pretty much, and they are putting these. They're in the same pose.
Why did you do it after Chris? Did you do it after Chris as well?
Legit, yeah, but they weren't as weird with me for some reason. I'm like, once you've done yours,
I
it's
think
like,
I think honestly it was just sexual tension. They just
Yeah.
it was really awkward.
Do you want to show the picture to prove that?
have
Oh,
you got
it's
it?
on my phone. Who else? What else happened? We met Heidi and Closet in a bar out of drag. That was really
Nice.
fun, and she was really sweet.
Nice.
We saw Crystal Versace do one of the saddest looking,
Oh, yeah.
saddest meet and greets.
Why?
There was like
Where
a
was
there
it?
was like a half-foot platform in the middle of the bar, and Crystal Versace just stood up there in like a pair of like Fila trainers, black Fila trainers, and then it was like a carousel of girls going up to her and standing next to her for like maybe 5-10 seconds to have a picture taken, and then ushered off the stage.
It was like,
God.
"Oh, I'm so nice to meet you," and she was like, "Yeah," and then that was it. And then that
God.
went off.
Very Avril Lavigne.
And then
Yeah,
and then
like,
someone
ugh.
fell over that little platform, and they had to shut it down for a little bit. It was
Yeah.
very very sad.
Also, I had a story about something else, which was, oh fuck, I've just remembered it. Now it's come out of my head. I'll remember it.
Mariah Balenciaga giving you a lap dance.
Yeah, that was good. We were sat on the front row because Morgan told us that we had to sit in the front because we were late. So she was like, "There's spare seats," and made us sit. So Mariah gave me a lap dance. That was really fun. And there was another story. Oh, I met Simone.
You see, Bryce is straight. That was what I was thinking
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gee, that's a reason.
that was a funny drag.
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was.
You're scared you're turning.
Not another
Oh, I
day.
know what it was. I had that awkward moment where I thought it was Pangina Heels. So I was like, "Oh, Pangina." And then
Oh, yeah.
Morgan was like, "That's not Pangina. Why do you think she's Asian?" And I was like, and it was Pangina. And they were just fucking with me. I feel like a horrible racist. for a few seconds.
Feel like. Any other thoughts? Any thoughts on this season so far?
I kind of just want to get through the first few weeks. I think there's so many queens that
Get
it's
rid of a
like,
few.
I don't have any investment in anything yet.
They'll get rid of a few and then bring them back.
Yeah, we'll probably get
True.
like Irene back in like 3 weeks.
That's true. There is no like overarching drama this season. It's in terms of like, there's no like gold chocolate bar. There's no like hidden cult. or anything.
Wait for the twist within a twist. Within
It's going to be though. It'd be
Well,
weird
I've
if
heard
it's
that,
not.
it was more of a back to basics type series, which
Oh,
I
with that.
quite
Yeah.
like to just crack on with it.
Maybe that's because that's why I did the old mini challenges to kind of like reset a little bit.
Mm.
I don't know. Yeah, so that's it, right? Any other final thoughts, anyone? No. Great. Well done.
It's nice to be back.
Bring
And we
back
have
Kate.
Kurt. Like, it feels like the universe is restored again.
I agree. I've missed
Yeah.
this. So thanks anyone who watched. I know you're still there in the wings.
You are all of
Mate.
our fans, including Richard.
Yeah, Richard.
Richard of Richard's
It's been real.
Maybe
Jess-
maybe one
Jess.
time Kurt will watch with his
We will.
boyfriend.
Yeah, but it's separate accounts.
Yeah, don't watch at the same time because
Absolutely,
you won't
yeah.
register.
They're watching at the same time. It's not the same phone.
Oh, Kurt's asking best season of last year.
Oh, 14. I love 14.
Apart from
15 was my
14,
favourites.
which was boring. Like
Oh, I didn't really watch any others last year.
Yeah.
maybe the first Drag Race versus the World had the most like moments
But even then,
because it had the
Oh yeah.
and the finger.
yeah, but even then, it's not super memorable.
Yes. That was a bit- I want that was my ringtone. That was so funny.
Spain was good. I really liked Spain.
I didn't see Spain.
That was good.
I wanted to watch what's an Asian one from last year?
Philippines?
Yeah, I wanted to watch Philippines because again, like I really like Thailand, so I want to watch Philippines.
Yeah. Oh, it's a glitchy stream apparently.
I have to make some people leaving.
Oh,
Oh,
that's annoying.
I'll have to check that.
Yeah.
Good season.
14 is good.
It's the best one, I think.
It's my favourite one.
Season 4.
It is your
Willow Pill, Bosco, Jasmine Kennedy, all those ones.
Oh yeah, that was good. It was
Very
good.
good.
David Sky, Will Pill.
Little pill.
Also, Bob's comment about Jasmine telling him a PPI loan was one of the funniest things I've
What?
ever read. Anyway, we'll talk about it after this.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. He's not.
I'm not.
Quite bottomy energy there, babe.
Okay, right. Bye everyone. Oh, we'll do recommendations. Don't
Oh
bother.
yeah, no, let's do recommendations. We want to do it.
It's been a year of not
we want the full
recommending.
fantasy.
And the see you next Tuesday.
I don't know if we know anyone enough.
Floppy
for
Bob
that.
isn't here, so I can't float with him.
Oh, he'll be here next.
He'll be back next week, I think. Hopefully, Yaz as well. Yaz is meant to make it. I mean, Sistitis is meant to
It's-
make it.
He's outed Yaz as having sisters.
No, that's her drag name.
Oh, like yeah, that's the time.
But like spell cis like cisgender. Yeah. Okay. So recommendations. Christian will go first.
No.
Dan, do you want to go first?
I didn't think of something.
All right. I've banged on about this a lot to you, like, and I'm very late to the party because I'm going to talk about a thing that was out in 2014. But Happy Valley season 3 has just come out.
We're watching it. Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I've never seen that. I might watch season 1, and that was fucking amazing. And I watched it all in like 2 nights.
Would
And I
you
was awake
say?
till 2 in the morning because I had to watch like episode 5
Would you
and it's-
say it made you happy, Valley?
in my valley.
Yeah.
I had a very happy valley afterwards.
Quite a moist valley.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like it's just it's Mayor of Easttown. Like, and I love Mayor of Easttown, but it's so similar. And Mayor
Yeah,
of
it
Easttown
is.
came afterwards.
If you like Happy Valley, which more people probably watch Mayor of Easttown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you like Mayor of Easttown,
Maybe just kill yourself.
kill yourself.
I remember the recommendation.
No suicide ideation.
Alright, cool. Kurt, so sorry, just quick. I think we could do Wednesdays, right? We decided we did have like 5 discussions about it. I think we decided Wednesdays was the best day for us all.
We did.
Right, so hopefully most people come on Wednesdays.
Thank you, Power Bottom.
Not me.
Kurt, you're very wrong in your
Well done.
assumptions.
Rude.
Across the room.
Also,
So yeah, so Happy Valley season 1, 2, and 3 are on BBC iPlayer to stream now, or on your favourite BBC platform.
Chris.
Other places.
Right. I don't know the rest of it, but White Lotus is very good.
Is it? I downloaded it. I don't watch it.
Oh, it's
yet.
so good.
Is it?
Yeah. I've only watched the
I think
first
it's like
season,
that.
but Jennifer Coolidge is like just
I've only seen the first episode and I really like it, so I will finish it at some point.
yeah.
And that was the theme tune, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that wasn't just like, you
It was just having a smoke.
Have you got it?
The recommendation?
Yeah.
Fleabag.
Ooh, it's good.
Everyone's seen
Have you just
Fleabag.
have you just started it?
No, I saw it years
Oh,
ago.
okay.
Oh.
That's what I mean.
I'm sure you have as well. I'll test you next time.
It's very good.
Okay. Mine's going to be Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. The angels of this earth.
I'm
I
not
love them so
even
much.
going to argue because I think they're fucking awesome.
Yeah, I love
I'm
them so
fed up with
much.
people moaning about them.
Yeah,
Controversial.
I'm excited to listen to Harry's book. Just downloaded it. It's 15 hours of joy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Apparently
I
he
really
did.
wanna read it.
Apparently he got a high on mushrooms at Courtney Cox's house
Goals.
Throw
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
exactly.
and threw up.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think that his mum was bullied to death, and he's just trying to stop his wife from being bullied to death as well. So people just need
Oh,
to fucking remember that.
Maybe we should bully him to death for us fan to work.
Well, exactly. If it was us rather than the press, it might at least change the narrative.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it's literally the same narrative from 30
I
years
agree.
ago.
Would you watch the documentary?
I've watched like the first 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't
I think
it?
they're really sympathetic and
Yeah.
like people moaning about them. Like I've got quite left wing friends on Facebook moaning about them. I'm like, how many
What?
years tear down the royal family institution, and now people are doing it, and they're fucking calling them out on it. Like
It's
the
not
whole
even
thing
like,
drives me fucking nuts.
I agree with that to an extent, but it's not even that for me. It's just like they just seem genuinely to be great people. Like, you know, like I think before they even, I mean, Meghan's an easy example because she wasn't born like famous, but
Yeah.
even I think I know it's a stupid little story, but even the story of her like at 12, like doing that campaign to change the wording of an advert because it was sexist or whatever. I'm like not everyone does that. Most people wouldn't do something like that. Like she
Yeah.
was always bearing the bigger picture of like making the world a better place from a young age, and that's like I think she's stuck by that and built on that for her entire life.
Thing is, what annoys me is it comes down to this debating point of, oh, they want privacy, but they keep doing documentaries. I'm like, but they're allowed to do documentaries.
On their
Like,
own terms.
we're allowed to do this stream,
You're not anymore.
but then not have someone like writing about it. It's a weird trade-off. Like, people are allowed to do stuff.
It's different. It's like
having their privacy.
it's like
completely
sexual consent. It's like you're allowed to do it if you on your own terms.
If
Like,
you
you
want to be a
don't,
complete slut, it's fine. But
Exactly.
it's
You can't be
literally
made-
Oh, you asked for it then.
exactly. That's exactly that. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
do whatever you want on your own terms, but if you're not asking for it,
And
do it
apparently,
anyway.
people know that they got paid for the documentary. Like, why wouldn't they get paid for the documentary?
I pay
The royal family get paid for doing nothing.
I know, Just the whole thing is just so irritating, and it seems to be one of those things that so many people on the spectrum just seem to hate them for no
And
reason.
does it really
Put
shock people?
autism into it.
Exactly.
Does it really shock people that the royal family do all this shit to them as well?
Absolutely
Like,
not. No.
I
No,
really,
the fact that they
I
said
don't
racist
doubt a
stuff.
single. Yeah, I don't doubt a single word that shit goes on within
No,
the royal
same.
family.
Yeah.
And of course, like William and not Pippa. What's his name?
Kate.
Kate.
Oh no, yeah,
Kate,
Kate.
Winslet. I'm going to defend it.
William and Kate Winslet.
Yeah.
And actually, like,
Yeah.
now that I hear it, because then we know about William pushing Harry over, and now that I'm like, maybe it is William that said that thing about like, you'll have like a mixed race baby.
Yeah.
I don't think it was William.
I think it might have been, but also
Really?
inside the tea, like I don't know if you know about this, but William was having, I think it's part of you Google it, it's all there. But William was having an affair at the time when all the press started turning on Meghan, because basically the press were going to out William and his affairs had audio recordings,
shit.
audio recordings of it. But to
Okay,
stop them outing
really?
him, they sold Meghan up the river instead. And
can
also
totally
that's
believe it.
why
Was it-
Kate
was it-
Scott and
Was it with Pippa?
I don't know who
Pippa
it's with.
Middleton.
But that's why Kate's got an eating disorder because her husband's like a nightmare. Yeah,
I didn't know that. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said to you, sis.
I mean, allegedly, because we were
No.
on a platform.
No, it absolutely happened. I saw it with my own eyes.
You were the person.
Yeah.
I was both William and Pippa.
You were the angry little revengeful power bottom.
Exactly.
Took down the monarchy.
Sticking out from under the bed. For the best.
Did you snatch the crown? Or crown the snatch?
You could say the little kitty cat cow. Okay, right. That's enough stream for one day.
To answer
Cut we did with our political discussion.
to answer Kurt's last question, make them gay.
I think that's an option.
Right, stop being
Potentially.
gossip of the group. I need something.
That is gossip of the group. That's good gossip. Nice to have some gossip.
Yeah.
I don't remember the classes the Borderlands one. Do you have classes? The turret guy. I always like. I played Borderlands 2 for a while, but I forgot what happened in that. So that's enough for now.
So without further ado,
Oh, my recommendation. I did just recommend those ones. Okay. I think
Oh.
Siren was alright.
you had another one.
No, it was one per stream. I'll save it for next week.
Was it?
Give him a reason to come back.
Exhausting.
Okay, can you guys wave goodbye while going to end the stream over there?
Bye. Someone else say bye.
How did
Bye.
people?
Bye. Bye. Kitty cat cow. Search the ground, etc. It's a bit awkward now. Quick.
Quicker.
Bye.
It's like being in the audience of one of your shows. God, exhausting.
Duck walk.
Duck walk.
Duck walk.
End it. Right, stop. Bye, everyone.